Mr. Harold, an 82-year-old retired teacher, was a source of inspiration in his small community. Known for his vibrant energy and sharp wit, Harold was the kind of person who seemed to defy the expectations of aging. He could often be seen strolling through the park with a spring in his step, carrying bags of groceries with ease, or engaging in lively debates at the local cafe. At the annual neighborhood potluck, Harold was his usual charismatic self, chatting with everyone and remembering even the smallest details about their lives. As the evening went on, a younger neighbor, Sarah, couldn't hold back her curiosity any longer. "Harold," she asked, "what's your secret? How do you manage to stay so active and full of life at 82? Harold chuckled, the lines on his face deepening into a warm smile. "Ah, Sarah," he said, "it's not magic. It's about taking care of the gifts you've been given. If you're in your 70s or 80s and can still do certain things, you're truly one of the lucky ones. I call them the 8 signs of vitality, things that show you're aging well." The room fell silent as everyone leaned in closer, eager to hear what Harold had to say. The idea that there might be specific markers of graceful aging intrigued them. Harold, always the teacher, paused for a moment before continuing. "Growing older doesn't mean you have to lose your spark," he said, "but it does mean paying attention to your body and your mind. If you can still do these 8 things, you're not just aging, you're thriving." Harold's words were a revelation. His confidence, humor, and humility made his insights feel attainable, even inspiring. Little did his neighbors know, they were about to hear the simple yet profound principles that Harold credited with keeping him strong, independent, and joyful well into his golden years. Harold adjusted his glasses and continued, his voice steady and full of conviction. "There are 8 things I believe every person in their 70s or 80s should strive to maintain. If you can still do these, consider yourself a rare gem, proof that you've been taking care of yourself in ways that truly matter." He raised a finger, starting with the first on his list. "Walk without assistance. If you can walk unassisted, whether it's through the park or just around your house, it means your legs are strong, your balance is good, and your joints are working well. It's the simplest but most powerful sign of independence." "Get up from the floor without help," he continued, his tone serious. "It's not just about strength, but about flexibility and coordination. If you fall or need to reach something low, this ability can be the difference between managing on your own or relying on someone else. Remember important dates. Whether it's your granddaughter's birthday or a doctor's appointment, keeping your memory sharp shows that your mind is engaged and active. It's a sign you're not just living, you're participating in life." Harold leaned forward as he shared the 4th point. Carry groceries. If you can still haul a bag or 2 of groceries up the stairs or across the parking lot, you've got functional strength. That's the kind of strength that keeps you independent. He smiled as he moved to the next. Sleep well without medications. Good natural sleep is a sign that your body is in harmony. It means your mind is at ease, your routines are working for you, and your health is balanced. "Cook and feed yourself," he added, gesturing as if stirring a pot. "This one's about more than motor skills. It's about independence and pride. Being able to prepare a meal for yourself means you're still in control of your day-to-day life." "Hold conversations with enthusiasm," Harold said with a twinkle in his eye. "Talking with others, sharing stories, and listening with curiosity shows your mind is sharp and your heart is open. It's a key part of staying socially connected. Finally, he sat back in his chair, his expression softening. Feel joy every day, whether it's the sound of birds in the morning, a laugh with a friend, or the taste of a good meal. Finding joy means you're emotionally resilient. It shows you've kept a youthful spirit, no matter your age. The room was silent for a moment as Harold's words sank in. He looked around at the group and added, "These aren't just skills, they are blessings. If you can do them, you're not just aging gracefully, you're thriving in ways that too many people take for granted." The list wasn't daunting. It was a celebration of life's simple, profound abilities. Harold's neighbors nodded, realizing that his rare gem, philosophy, wasn't just about health, but about cherishing and maintaining what mattered most. After sharing his list, Harold leaned back, a thoughtful look on his face. "Now, you're probably wondering how I've managed to keep these abilities as I've gotten older," he said. "The truth is, it's not luck, it's effort. I've made it a priority to take care of myself in a few key ways, and I'll share those with you." He raised his hand, counting off his strategies on his fingers. "First, stay physically active. I don't run marathons or lift heavy weights, but I do move every day. I take brisk walks in the morning, stretch to keep my joints loose, and even do a bit of gentle yoga. Moving less doesn't mean doing nothing. It means moving smart. Second, nourish your mind. I've always been curious, so I read books, solve puzzles, and even learn new skills. Last year, I took up painting. Keeping my brain active helps me remember important dates and keeps conversations exciting. Third, eat mindfully. I'm not talking about going on some fancy diet. I just make sure my meals are balanced, fresh vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains. And yes, I treat myself occasionally, but in moderation. What you put in your body fuels everything else." Harold's expression softened as he continued. "Fourth, stay socially connected. I never let myself become isolated. I host little get-togethers, call up friends, and stay involved in my community. It's not just good for the soul, it's great for the mind." "And finally," he said with a smile, "embrace positivity. Every morning, I take a moment to think about what I'm grateful for. Even on tough days, there's always something to be thankful for. It keeps me grounded and helps me find joy in the little things." Harold paused, looking around at his neighbors. These aren't big secrets, and they don't require money or fancy gadgets. It's about making small, consistent choices every day. That's the key. As Harold finished speaking, the room erupted in applause. His words resonated deeply with everyone. "Harold, you've given us a lot to think about," one woman said, smiling. "I never realized how much I take for granted." Harold nodded. "That's the thing, aging doesn't have to mean decline. If you can still do these 8 things, you're not just lucky, you're proof that with a little care, we can thrive well into our golden years." Harold's story is a reminder that life after 70 isn't about just surviving, it's about thriving. By staying active, nurturing your mind, eating well, connecting with others, and maintaining a positive outlook, you too can be a rare gem. Remember, the habits you cultivate today will shape the quality of your tomorrows. It's never too late to take the first step. Thank you for being with us today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more health tips to live your best life. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.